So what's causing them to ease for the most part is we're starting to see these unwinding supply chain snarls, largely caused by the Russian invasion into Ukraine, which caused such a global shock with supply chains, as well as as well as China's pursuit of a zero COVID policy. So all of these factors, including some fiscal stimulus that some argue has been overshot during the COVID-19 pandemic, and some central bank monetary policies, so quantitative easing also the part of the debate is that it contributed to that. All of these factors working in tandem gave us decades high inflation. So now to address your question, why we're seeing a pivot there is because the Bank of Canada has been trying to take out excess demand out of the economy by raising interest rates, so making borrowing costs higher, businesses invest less, people borrow less, and then that creates less stimulus for the economy. And the goal there is to bring this excess demand back into balance with supply, basically the supply that's able to kind of come onto the market there. So we've seen about 3.5 percentage point hikes like across 2022. So taking the policy rate trend, the trend setting policy rate basically is the rate that the Bank of Canada establishes that informs the prime rates that the banks charge for things like mortgages, lines of credit, et cetera. So they have taken that rate from the near zero bound of 2.25% to 3.75%. So this is putting a strain on people's ability to borrow, and thus people are spending less, and that's having an effect on inflation. So that's why we've seen it go from a peak of 8.1% to the most recent reading, which was 6.9% in September. Though I will say core inflation measures, that's the price pressures excluding food and energy, are still remaining pretty hot at 5.4%. So economists are concerned that the price pressures are still sticky, but that's why you're seeing that quick pivot there.
So